Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Just a quick World War III update, which we know World War III is prophesied of in the scriptures, so it's inevitable, and it's coming to pass as we speak. This article, which I'll put in the description box for you to read in your leisure time, I'm just going to quickly read the beginning of it. Get ready. World War III has already begun. And our call to get ready is different to the world. Our call to get ready means believe on the Son, believe on Yahushai, who's the Son of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly knows, Jesus Christ, because that's the only salvation from the tribulations and the wrath which is about to come down upon the earth. So get ready, we mean spiritually. We ain't talking about prepping and building bunkers, because that can't save you from the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Okay, it says the propaganda war against Russia and China has already started. John Pilger points out the US and its NATO allies are spoiling for a fight and tensions are escalating. It's only a matter of time before the bombs begin to fall. Basically, it's an inevitability, all right, which we know this from the scriptures. All right. I ain't going to read the article. Like I said, I want you to go and read it in your leisure time. There's a lot of information in this article. But the main thing I want you to understand is the war of Armageddon, the war between Babylon the Great and Gog and Magog, is going to go down. Okay, this is Revelations 11 and 14. It says the second woe is past. Okay, which means it represents a second world war. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay, meaning it ain't gonna be no 300, 400,000 years before the final war, which is the Third World War. Okay, real quick, Revelation 20 and 8, and shall go out. Sorry, let me start from 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, the 1,000 years represented the period of dark ages when the so-called white man had no power on the earth. So Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. So the so-called white man for 1,000 years, he was underneath the nations. Okay, he was restrained, but then he through the Renaissance era regained power, and it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations, okay, which are in the four quarters of the earth. So the so-called white man has power over the nations on the four corners of the earth. Gog and Magog, which is Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the sand of the sea. So this is World War III. Okay, and it's an inevitability. All right, and the majority of people that's walking around at this moment on earth don't realize the hammer that's about to come down upon them. But that's all part of the scriptures. First Thessalonians 5 and 3 says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Meaning the majority of the people on the planet Earth are not going to see this thing coming. Even though the signs are there, like the signs written of in this article, the majority of people will not see it coming until it's too late, until it is up at their doorstep, until they hear the gunshots. Okay, then it's too late. But the main people that are going to foresee this are the ones who are of the elect, and they're going to do what they got to do spiritually to be hid from such things. Well, the scriptures say it ain't going to happen until the servants of the Lord are sealed in their foreheads anyway. The angels that are holding back the four winds. So, that was quick. Like I said, check out the article. It's a good article. Shalom.